What's up, YouTube? My name is Games, and today we're going to be making another car. This is a Xavier Blake. So let's just get started here. I'm making this car to be the tag team partner of Jay Bennett, a car that I made in the episode previous to this. Jay Bennett originally was supposed to be like a solo character, but the idea that I had for Jay Bennett didn't work out, and I really didn't like it. I just went back to look at him, and I do like it now because I don't have the idea in my head. So I do like him now, but I already have like the tag team idea in my head. So this is what I'm going for now. This is the new thing. So I'm making Xavier Blake to be like his tag team partner, and I'll still give him, the same gimmick of being a warrior, but I'll just make the attire a little bit different. I'm probably still gonna use tights just because I want to. I feel like I use trunks a lot. Maybe it's time to switch up a little bit. Use some tights. Give him some muscular legs. Look at how vascular those legs are. You can see all the vein. You can see all the knee. All the knee. Alright, so here is the starter parts of Xavier Blake. I kind of like doing this format of video better in terms of how to make cars. It has its own benefits, and it has its own uh, consequences. Consequences that I can only do like a 60-minute time limit, I guess. I can only be on here for like 60 minutes, or else the video will cut, and then I can't do it. Like I was supposed to do like 2 other episodes of this where I made another Evan Perkins, and I remade Robert Reyes, and I sort of did that, but I had realized now that it's hard to do if I don't stay focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. And I find that that's a little bit harder when I get like stuck on a topic that I'm talking about, because obviously I can't just sit here for 60 minutes just like sitting here with like blank silence. I could put music on, but the music that I have is pretty much, for me, it's just montage music. I only use it during a montage, or during like maybe if I were to do like a speed version of something, but I don't think I'm gonna be using that right now. Maybe in the future, if I ever have a computer, I can do that kind of stuff on, but right now I can't do that nonsense. So I'm sitting here doing a call while talking to you guys like a completely normal person. Kind of similar to a podcast, except uh, podcasts have like a point to them. Podcasts are like trying to get something across to you, whether it's an idea, or since we're talking about, well, since we're doing wrestling more or less, since they're trying to like get something over or not over. Maybe they're trying to get a particular superstar, or pleading a case for a person that may or may not be getting what they deserve, or what they feel like they deserve. I wonder how much podcasts you guys listen to. I just out of curiosity. I don't listen to like a whole lot of podcasts generally. Like the only 2 podcasts I listen to or like Talk is Jericho, and then the Stone Cold podcast. I don't even listen to those too much. I don't think I'm gonna have any tattoos on this guy, really. I listen to like some of the Dave Meltzer stuff after an episode of Raw or SmackDown. I like hearing other people's opinions about stuff, but I don't like really watch like a whole podcast. I normally just watch snippets. Snippets? Is that right? I don't know. I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say, though. I only watch like some clips of podcasts just to see if I'm interested in something. I'm doing that a lot lately with wrestling. I feel like I'm getting back into wrestling like how I was when I was younger, but I'm also not, because of like the internet has kind of like not given me a reason to get back into it. Like when I was younger, I used to just watch Raw or SmackDown, and it would just be that. It would just be that simple. I would just watch Raw and I would just watch SmackDown. And when the original 3 hour Raw started, I would just watch Raw because SmackDown was like it was just a side show. I didn't really care at that point. And even then, I was kind of like fading out. I didn't have a reason to stay. But now I feel like, I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like I'm getting back into it. I'm not sure what it is actually. Maybe it's because there are a lot of good wrestlers in the WWE right now. Maybe it's because a lot of my favorite wrestlers are in the WWE right now. But I'm kind of getting back into it slowly. I'm not really like watching a 3 hour Raw every night, but I'm getting back into it. Like I'll tune in, but I might tune out, and I don't mean that I'll turn it off. I mean that I'll just literally tune out. I'll just kind of lose all of it. So I'll watch Raw, and I normally tune in late. I never like. It's very rare that I tune in to see the pyro sequence and all that nonsense at the very beginning of the show. So I might tune into Raw, and I like maybe I watch like the first 15-20 minutes uninterrupted. Like, so that's like maybe the first match and maybe a segment, maybe. And then I'll just like completely tune out for a while. Like maybe I'll fall asleep. Maybe that's it. I have a very weird sleep kind of thing. So maybe I'll just like fall asleep. I did that last night with SmackDown. I tuned in for the very first match. I watched Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, and then I fell asleep. I woke up during the main event, John and Shinsuke, and then I passed out again. I found out who won afterwards because of some videos that were posted online. Because everybody was shocked that Shinsuke won. Sorry if that's a spoiler alert, but yeah, he won, which is good. I'm happy Shinsuke won. I was actually expecting John to win because that's just what I perceived to be the plan. But Shinsuke won, which is good news. I like Shinsuke. Hope that he will win at SummerSlam. Hope that he can go and beat Jinder. I think a long time ago there was the plan for him to be like SmackDown's #1 babyface, but I think that didn't immediately kick off to what it was supposed to be. Maybe it's because of the fact that Shinsuke is not from any immediately English speaking countries. So maybe it's like the accent plus he speaks broken English. And what I mean I feel like people know what I say. People are gonna know what I mean when I say that, but you know, broken English. It's just someone who knows English but doesn't know the subtleties of it. So like for an English speaking person, a sentence might just be I went to the grocery store. I feel like someone who speaks broken English won't have the subtleties of that sentence. So I just went to the grocery store will be like I went grocery store. That's probably a little bit exaggerated, but that's pretty much broken English. Been hearing it a lot more, and I don't even mean in wrestling. I just mean just in life, kind of. It's kind of sad. If you're not from an American-speaking country, it's pretty okay because it's like it's not really your fault. But when I hear it from like someone who is from an American-speaking country, or someone that teaches America, because I know that in France, kids are like taught English. Hmm. This is kind of hard to do. This is not even the right stitch now that I think about it. I need to find a better stitch. I feel like everybody else is probably going to agree with me when I say that I hope Shinsuke does win at SummerSlam. Cause I feel like maybe yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be pretty correct when I say that like all the real wrestling fans out there, and when I say real wrestling fans, I mean people who knows Shinsuke. Like I feel like a WWE fan, more or less, like a typical fan, will not know who Shinsuke is, maybe by default. But maybe a wrestling fan who knows about New Japan and Ring of Honor and GFW or TNA, whatever the hell they're going by right now, would know who that is. I feel like that's kind of how it is. Everybody like knows Shinsuke for being the guy that put on a phenomenal match with the phenomenal AJ Styles. Or at least I feel like that might be where, well, that's where I know Shinsuke from like that whole New Japan AJ Styles match. Maybe some other American people know him from a whole different, um, like a whole different thing. But that's how I know Shinsuke. I think that's all like I really interested in about wrestling like for this whole week. I was interested in Raw, but because of course I don't remember when I fell asleep watching Raw. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me honestly. I think I just get really tired at like random points, so I fall asleep kind of at random times. I sleep like how some people in other countries sleep. I sleep like two increments of 4 hours each, which is not very convenient. I don't remember like a whole lot about Raw. Oh no, because I remember like what had happened. So I was watching like the beginning of Raw. Of course, I fell asleep, and I feel like I watched a good portion of Raw because I didn't sleep for like a 4 hours. I only slept for a little bit. When I woke up, Raw was over, so I looked online for the WWE YouTube channel. I was looking for, obviously like what had happened, what was the main event. I knew that Joe, Braun, and Roman weren't the main event because that was being put on like earlier in the show, but I didn't know what the main event was. So I was trying to figure out for a while like what's the main event. Eventually I found out and I was like it was confusing. If you guys don't know, the main event was it was Big Cass versus the Big Show, which was confusing to me. I like the Big Show. He's got a lot of heel turns, a lot of face turns, but overall, he's a good guy. Too bad his WrestleMania match just got scrapped. That was like what was gonna be cool about that, but it's whatever. It's not like it's his fault. So it's the Big Show and Big Cass, and I actually watched the match highlights, like the ending of the match, the WWE version, and I think from what I remember, it was yesterday, so I might not remember because I don't think it wasn't important enough that it stuck into my memory like 100%. So Big Show won basically via. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I think Cass won via DQ. Enzo got involved, and it was a whole. It was all just a whole big shit fest. Just a whole big old shit fest, really. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with that whole thing because it's weird to me. I'm curious about like where Enzo is going to be future wise. I'm just curious. I don't really see him as doing too much in the way of championships. I don't know how much he weighs, so I don't know if he would fit into the cruiserweight division. It looks like he could fit, but I'm not sure. But then again, I guess there are a lot of guys who look like they could fit, but they're not. I'm pretty sure Finn Balor looks like he could fit into the cruiserweight division, but really glad he's not. Where did I put my? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. Here we go. I think that's all like I'm really interested about wrestling right now. Oh yeah, there was also I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Bailey got injured. Yeesh, that's not good. But I'm not like honestly, I'm not even. I'm just listing stuff that I know happened, but I'm not like madly interested. Some of it's because I just woke up a little while ago, so I'm not really like in my zone. I'm not all excited. I'm just pretty chill out right now. just chilling out, making a call, making Xavier Blake, which I realize now I didn't give him a name. I'm gonna go do that right now so I don't forget. I kind of like these tights actually. These tights look pretty cool. This is what I was trying to do with Jay Bennett actually, because I like AJ Styles and I like his tights. His tights look really cool. So that's oh wow, there's no Xavier. That's weird. Okay, that's kind of weird actually. Okay, whatever. I'll just put Xander then. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter because I'm not doing that. I'll just put Blake. Blaze, the blueprint, the body, Blade. Okay, like I'm just completely out of it. Blake. There we go. I did not think that Blake was like an actual first name. I don't know why I didn't think that. Okay. X. I forgot how to spell Xavier. I should know that. My brother's name is Xavier. Okay, cool. So now that that's done, this is like a random question, just for the sake of, well, awkward conversation, so that there's no just random dead silence throughout the rest of the episode. I'm curious about you watching this right now. Yes, you, the viewer, you sitting maybe in your chair, maybe doing some homework, maybe you're pooping. I don't know. I'm curious about you right now. I'm curious what kind of music you listen to. Maybe you enjoy some punk rock, or some R&B, or some slow jazz. Again, just for the sake of awkward conversation, I'm curious what kind of music you, the viewer, enjoys. I myself kind of, I feel like in a lot of aspects of life, I feel like I'm just a hybrid of a whole lot of random shit. Because I don't really like anything specifically. I just kind of, I like whatever it is I like. Let's put it like that. I'm not really too drawn to like a specific genre. I kind of just like a song. So I'm probably gonna list off a couple artists that no one knows. So I like Hoodie Allen. He's like my favorite solo artist. My favorite, well, my favorite musician. Period. I like Hoodie Allen. Love Hoodie Allen. Also like Nash, and I feel like no one knows who that is when I say that. So just because I feel like people will know what this is. If you guys have ever heard the song "I Hate You, I Love You," that's the guy who made that song. I love Nash, which I actually found out about at a Hoodie Allen concert. So you know, gateway artist and whatnot. And but I also like kind of like everything. Like I feel like I'm not. It's weird that I like Nickelback, and I only say that it's weird because there's a lot of weird, like random hate on Nickelback, which I don't know why. Maybe there was like some kind of scandal that I wasn't aware of. Like people just suddenly turned against Nickelback. I've never really understood why. I don't understand why what the big hate is about Nickelback. I like Nickelback. It's a pretty decent band. A lot of their songs are pretty interesting for me. I like kind of just jam into the beats. I'm making this like a carbon copy of AJ Styles attire. Yes, I know that, but it's okay because I enjoy it. And I'll make the second attire trunks anyway because I kind of knew what the attire was that I was going to be using. I knew what the plan was here. Let's just put this here. Okay. Alright, one more should do it. I've already used like half my layers. It's alright though. I'm probably not going to use a whole lot more. I don't think. Maybe. I feel like that's not going to happen for too long. Okay, cool. Let's leave that here, and we'll put that to material. Cool. All right. Blake. Blake's a cool name. I use this for this. All right. Neat. Anyway, what I was saying about music was like I feel like I like everything, which is not something that people that I meet who ask me a question like that are expecting. I think it's because I'm black on some level. I really don't, not really like in the mood to be racist, but I kind of think that's what some of it is. I think people expect because I'm black to say like rap or hip hop or some, whatever genre is associated with that in the racist sense. Which is kind of like my exact opposite. Like I try to like everything. Like I try to keep an open mind to the fact that when it comes to music, I don't really care more or less about an artist. I care about the song. So if a song sounds good, I'll like the song and I'll grow to the artist later. I'll just like a song straight. Mm, it's probably not what most people do. Most people, I feel like most people probably like artists and just grow to a song. Maybe I'm doing it backwards, but that's its own thing. All right, let's put this over here. And I feel like when it comes to music, I'm probably like the odd ones out in terms of who it is that I like, because I like obviously people that either you've never heard of, or maybe you know what they have done, you don't know the actual person. And I'm not even a fan of like the super popular artists. Like I don't even like Drake. I don't like Drake or I don't know Future. I'm trying to think of like who are some of the popular artists that I know of, and Drake is the only one I could think of. Maybe Nicki Minaj, which I also don't like, but that's its own thing, I guess. I can't think of popular artists like mainstream artists that everybody talks about and everybody likes. I can't really think of too many. I like all these weird, obscure bands that like literally no one's heard of, like the Ready Set or the Cab or Max. That's MAX all caps. Like I'm weird like that, man. I'm weird like that. I mean, I do like some of the mainstream songs more or less. Like like that song Closer. I can't remember who the hell that song is by, but I do like that song of course because that's a very good song. But majority of what I do like music wise is just like a whole bunch of random nonsense. It's just a whole bunch of random stuff that I've come across. Probably in some portion due to Nightcore. Listen to Nightcore a lot, so if I like a song on Nightcore, I'll probably go and look up what the song is originally and see if I like that song, and that will kind of like streamline into maybe I like this artist or maybe I like this and that, and that's kind of how my music taste kind of tends to go. Ooh, we gotta fix that. That is not supposed to be there. That's bad. That's ugly. And there is so many people out there that don't like Nightcore. It's like bad when I listen to Nightcore and someone asks me, "Hey, what are you listening to?" or um, "Hey, can I hear it too?" or something like to that effect, and they hear what it is. Like their immediate reaction is a chipmunk singing this, or maybe like a little girl. I feel like I could probably understand it because some Nightcore is like that really high pitch kind of stuff, and I don't really mind it, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That I don't really mind that kind of high pitched stuff. It doesn't annoy me. Something that's like super dope about Nightcore, and it's probably like the only thing that Nightcore really does, is that well, yeah, I was gonna say something else because I thought of something else that Nightcore does, but I'll list that in a different thing. Is that Nightcore makes a slow song fast. I can't feel some songs um, when they're slow. I like a slow song just like I like anything else, but some songs are just like a lot more entertaining with the Nightcore version because they're so much faster. And I'm trying to think of like a song that I know for a fact is slow or is slower that I like better in the Nightcore version. Um, I think the best idea would probably be a song that I feel like most people were gonna know when I say this. That song Miss Potato Head. I feel like people are gonna know what I'm talking about when I say that. That song is Potato Head. Listen to that song, the normal version, more or less. The version that the artist created. Can't remember what the hell her name is. Um, Probably should have just listened to the song instead of the video with the song, because the video creeped me out. I'm not even joking. That video gave me chills. I had to stop the video like halfway through during the surgery part of that whole video because that messed me up. It gave me chills. I had to go back later and watch it because I needed closure on what was gonna happen. I needed closure. I need to see it, but it creeped me out originally. I like that song better in the Nightcore version. I can get down to it. I can sing to that song. The original version, it's true, but it's like also just mildly depressing. Mildly. It's not like complete. It's not horrible by any means. It's just like it's kind of like a societal form of depressing where it's a true statement and it's sad that it's a true statement. Put that here and we'll just into this. So since we're in this conversation about music, while I scan the boots to make sure that nothing besides the bottom is crappy, I guess this kind of brings up the question of what is your guys' favorite song? You know, looking at this now, I feel like I should have put Blake on this foot and like this on this one just to mix it up. I'm probably gonna do that. I'm curious what your guys' favorite song is. Probably gonna be something I never heard of, so I'll go on YouTube and I'll look at it. I feel like that's probably what it's gonna be, just because I'm so ignorant. I'm so ignorant of the world. That's just because I'm so unpopular when it comes to the stuff that is popular. Like I don't have things like I freaking lost. Yo, I freaking lost my thing. Yep, I lost my stuff. Anyway, what I was saying was I'm so unpopular in like what the stuff is popular. Like I don't have um any social media. And that's huge. I don't have any of that. Oh wait, I know what's going on. Okay, I know what's happening. Okay. I don't have any social media. I don't have Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat or like any of that stuff. I just don't have any interest in it. And that's kind of like a huge part of what the world is now. I think this will help. Yep. Okay, cool. It does that sometimes. I'll delete that first Blake when I'm done. So I'm always behind on the stuff that is popular. I don't look at Tumblr or Pinterest for like anything. All I think like, everything I find out is pretty much through YouTube on some level, and probably some other medium, like probably maybe some friends say something that I'm interested in, so I find out through that way. But a lot of it is just through a series of randomness, primarily YouTube. That probably is weird to a lot of people out there who are like addicted to their phones. People who just don't know what I'm talking about when I say, yo, what is YouTube? All I know is Snapchat. What is YouTube? I say that, and I know that YouTube is still a very large, prominent thing, but now I'm thinking about exactly, I wonder when that will happen. I wonder if maybe if someday if I ever have kids, if I stop being such a loser and know about this kind of stuff. Am I gonna mention the word YouTube? Hey, have you ever seen this video on YouTube? Are you looking at this on YouTube? And they're like, yo, what is YouTube? All I know is I don't know. It's Twitch. What is YouTube? There's videos on Twitch now, Dad. Ugh. Like, oh. And I just slowly exit the room. Disgraced by my own children. I think about very weird stuff like this, so I'm sorry if what I'm talking about is weird. This is just how I think. I go on very weird tangents that I feel like a normal person does not see coming. Unlike this attire, because this attire is very, very. You can see it coming. You knew what I was going for when I did all this nonsense. And it occurs to me I've spent more than half of this video doing this one attire. Oh, man, I still have some time left. So it's the first one, right? Yep. Okay, so that's the first attire done. Alright, so I have like a decent amount of time left. I'm very cautious of time because I don't want to spend too much time doing one thing. And I realize now that I'm silent, so I have to keep on talking. That's the one thing about this. It's weird to keep on talking for so long. I want you guys to be entertained. It's just automatically weird to me to be talking for so long. I'm normally a very silent person, even around people that I'm comfortable with. I tend to be very silent. I just kind of let stuff happen. If I need something, then I might go for it. I might not. Ugh. Tend to be very silent like that. I actually don't like that. So I guess we talked about music. We talked about wrestling. I guess there's really only one thing left to talk about. Anime. How many anime fans are out there? I feel like I just lost like some people. Just like anime. No. I don't want to talk about this. This guy's creepy. I'm curious how many people actually do legitimately though. How many people like are on my channel and do like some form of anime. Whether it's maybe it's like the type of anime that anybody, or not anybody, but everybody knows because it's like the mainstream American anime, like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z or One Piece or Bleach, or currently Dragon Ball Super because Cartoon Network is it's broadcasting that too. Maybe it's like that form. Or maybe you guys like are, I don't want to say legitimate fans of anime, but maybe like really enjoy the anime subgenre of cartoons, or maybe the anime culture. I don't know. Whichever one works there. Like you guys really enjoy like that anime kind of culture. You guys go on Kiss Anime, or you guys read a lot of manga, or you guys like have Crunchyroll like me. I watch Crunchyroll a lot. So I'm watching it a lot more recently because I realized that I fell out of anime when I started doing like all this YouTube content creating stuff. Realized I had fell out of anime. So like Netflix has been sharing me lately with Crunchyroll. Thing is, like with Netflix, because it's English, well, most of it is. You can still watch animes on Netflix, but not as much variety. Because it's in English, I can listen to Netflix. I can't listen to Crunchyroll because obviously it is in Japanese, so I can't listen to it and understand it. I have to actually pay attention, which when I'm doing something else like this, for example, I can't do. Like normally, if I make a call and I'm not doing what I'm doing right now, if I'm not streaming or anything like that, I don't know. Hang on, I don't like his hair. And doing anything like that, I'll just turn on some music and I'll just listen to it. Obviously, you guys know what I would listen to. You guys can probably guess. He's listening to Nash. He's listening. I don't know. I can't talk today. He's listening to Nash. He's listening to Hoodie, listening to the Ready Set, listening to the Cab, listening to I can't think of what are some other bands that I like. Oh, Nickelback, right? Um, oh, Artist versus Poet. That's what I was thinking about this whole time. I can't believe I forgot Artist versus Poet. That kind of disappointing to me. But ooh, yeah, I kind of like that better. Okay, we're gonna keep that hairstyle instead. Or like I'll turn on something that I'm familiar with that I don't mind listening to per se. So like I'll turn on Family Guy. I don't I enjoy turning on Family Guy. Family Guy's like one of my favorite shows. But anyway, like I'll turn on that. I can't do that with Crunchyroll because of course like I already said Japanese. So I have to like sit down and legitimately watch it. It's not a bad thing. I do like anime. Anime is honestly, in my opinion at least, anime is better than um than a lot of American cartoons as of lately. Maybe it's because maybe it's because it's just a crap. I'm sorry guys. I'm having problems speaking right now. What I was trying to say was that maybe it's because it's a different culture. I don't think that anime in Japan is tailored towards children. It's tailored towards adults. I think more or less adult males. But in America, because of how we perceive cartoons to be, it is kind of more tailored towards, maybe not more tailored towards us, but maybe we just take it up more. I feel like a parent who doesn't know about anime is going to be pretty frightened. Because apparently there's some kind of fear about your kids liking anime. I don't know, maybe it's because, actually what is it? I'm not actually sure. Maybe parents are like afraid that their kid's gonna like just look at anime and they have that whole like stereotype of a whole bunch of large chested young Asian girls, know what I'm saying? I mean that's out there and that's like a legitimate thing, but there are pretty like really good animes that don't do that, or if they do, that's not the focus. There are a lot of animes that do that and it's there, but it's not really what it's about. I'm probably gonna post like a short list of animes that I enjoy. Um, Probably like right now. I'm just gonna leave that up there for a moment, let you guys look at that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put up there yet, so I'm just gonna list all like some random stuff in case maybe I forget what I'm thinking about right now during editing. So like right now, I'm watching an anime on Crunchyroll, and I can't find a freaking jacket that I like, dude. I don't like any of these jackets, man. I was gonna put a jacket on it, and I don't like any of these freaking jackets. These all look horrible. Oh wait, no, no. Hmm. Let me try it. If this doesn't work, I'll stop using jackets for this call because I can't find a freaking jacket I like. But anyway, what I was talking about was like I'm watching an anime right now, and it's called. Well, I'm gonna butcher this because obviously Japanese name. Mm, mm, I'm not even gonna try. Nope, I'm not gonna try. What I'm gonna do is that I'm definitely gonna remember this, and I'll put it up there first. It's gonna be the very first anime listed, and I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna get rid of the list right about now. All right, so the list should be gone now. So that's just like the own little list for you guys if you guys are curious. Ugh, no, that's not gonna work out. Um, nah, alright. I don't think I'm gonna be able to use a jacket here. I used to watch anime a lot more, and I used to like just binge watch it, like how people binge watch Netflix right now. Watching like anime, well, obviously Naruto, because it's like it was the really really popular anime for a long time in America at least. Yeah, okay. No enter to tire. I can't do it. No enter to tire, dude. No enter to tire. Oh well. So there was that. There's like obviously Naruto. Um, Trying to think. So Naruto, of course. Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Bleach. Like those are all the anime that all people in America know, because those are like the anime that really were popular here. Hmm. Actually, let's just get these. I just need blank tights, and we'll make them white just so I know what I'm doing. So that probably wasn't my smartest idea. Okay, well, never mind. Um, okay. So there are those, and then like I started like branching off into, why can I not see this? Okay, I think that worked. I started like branching off into animes that that were not as popular in America. Like that's what got me into my favorite anime, which is it's Fairy Tail. I love Fairy Tail. I'm like a really big fan of that whole fantasy kind of aspect when it comes to like the, well, I kind of say like fantasy is just anything that's more or less not real. So when I say fantasy, I'm gonna describe it right now as maybe a little bit more medieval fantasy, more or less. A little bit more medieval fantasy. So there are like knights and swords and dragons, not sci-fi fantasy. When there is like aliens and spaceships, I do like that too, but more tailored towards. I'm more tailored towards. Um, what do I want to put here? I am more tailored towards like that kind of like medieval fantasy. Of course, that's how I describe it. Where there are knights and swords and dragons and magic, and fairy tale kind of like sums up that whole world for me. That whole like experience that I would love to have. I would love to be in the fairy tale world. Love that. Let's put this here, and then I might use a little bit of black. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I like the outer glow. Let's see if I made it blue, and then I made this black. Yeah, that I like better. Okay, but we have to fix this then. We're gonna do something else with that. I do not like that in the slightest. So we're going to use. What are we gonna use? I feel like I want to use maybe these. Maybe these actually. Let's see what these. Let's see what we can do with these. And I feel like I realize now that I'm probably using the wrong color scheme, which I realize now I did it unintentionally. I didn't think about what the color scheme was before I did it. All I remembered was blue and gold. But now I remember that Jay Bennett is white, blue, and gold. So I guess this will be kind of like maybe just it'll make them different, kind of. I guess they won't be dressed exactly the same. They won't have the exact same colors, but they'll be very similar in turn. They'll just be very similar to each other. If that's what we're gonna be doing here. You guys can probably go watch the Jay Bennett video if you want to know what he looks like. Warning though, it is a stream, so it's pretty long. But if you want to see like the whole process of trial and error and how frustrated I was at the very end, well then you can just watch the whole stream. Hmm. I kind of like doing this format more. I feel like I've already said that, but I really, really do like doing this format more, just for the sake that while I can't talk to you guys directly, I feel like I'm calmer. I have to keep talking when I do this, because I can't have just silence. But I feel like when I am streaming, I feel like I'm more riled up. Like I have to be so that the stream isn't boring. And that can kind of lead me to worse results as if I was chill. And it's hard for me to realize when I am streaming that I need to chill out. I feel like you guys might be able to notice that or not. I'm not sure. You guys can probably notice something in my demeanor now versus my demeanor in stream that I'm a little bit different. I was gonna put a blue um, circle in between this, but I don't think it'll work out. Ah, duh. So, actually, you know what? Let's not do this. I'm gonna use tights again. Although we're gonna use these tights this time around. We got like 14 minutes left. I think we can make this work. We're gonna have some fun here. It's gonna be a little bit of a rapid fire. I think we're gonna be using matte though for all of it. Matte, 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 or matte. A or B. I don't have a preference at the moment. So we were talking about anime. We were talking about music. But I am curious about this thing, and this is kind of like a random question, but I am kind of curious about how it will be answered. And for the record, you guys can answer any questions or whatever in the comment section below. But anyway, about how this will be answered. What do you guys like in a television show? I mean, what really like draws you to a television show? And I'm also curious about what your guys' favorite television show is. Do you guys enjoy television shows like mad funny, regardless of what kind of humor you like? So you guys are like huge fans of like the funniest TV shows? Or do you guys kind of like maybe like a really, really dope story? Alright, well, I have to get rid of all this upper body stuff because I don't think I like it with how this looks. I mean this generally, by the way. I don't mean this specifically towards like any specific genre of television. I'm just curious. Maybe you guys prefer cartoons over like live action. That's what I do. I'm not a huge fan of live action. Live action's cool and whatnot, but I just prefer animated television. I feel like there's less crap in an animated television show. I feel like there is with live action. I mean, there's gonna be kind of like crap regardless. There's gonna be bad stuff happening regardless, but I feel like there's just less going on when it's animated. There's just less crap to deal with. Although I feel like there's not really like a whole lot to really choose from in terms of cartoons as of late. Cartoon Network is like the one thing that really dominates that whole cartoon world, and I don't really like Cartoon Network right now. I don't know. I looked at the lineup a couple of days ago, and I looked at it yesterday too, which I should have just said first. But I, it's like nothing but Teen Titans Go. Really, really don't like that show, and I never really saw like the original series. I just don't like it because maybe I don't know. Maybe because I'm older, so I'm less open to it. I'm not a kid, so I can see that it's not exactly the best. I just can't really get into it. And there's not like anything else. It's not like any other television show that I really enjoy. At least not on TV right now. That's why Netflix is so cool. I could find stuff that I like. I can watch Family Guy or American Dad whenever I want. I just recently started getting into NCIS. That didn't come out right. What I meant to say was I recently started getting into NCIS, and I love that show. It's fantastic. It's just like the best freaking show. I feel like I feel like those kind of shows are really popular for some reason. I don't know why it is, and those kind of like criminal investigative shows. Those shows are really really popular. Kind of wonder why that is. Even I just like it just because it's. I mean, NCIS is good for me because I used to be like a super big fan of Law and Order, which I still am, but to a lesser extent now because it's kind of different now. And it's kind of changed to the point where I'm less interested. I still like it though. I think NCIS is like the superior show on some level, just because there's a lot more character development. There's like tons of it, and there are twists and turns. It's like a drama, but it's so much better. I'm trying to remember like when I feel like I've talked about this before in one of the past episodes where I made a call similar to like this format, but I can't talk about it enough. I love NCIS. I love it so much. It's just fantastic. I binge watched it so much, and then when I was done binge watching it, like the day after I finished binge watching it, I think it was like seasons 1 to 13. I binge watched for like two, 2 or 3 weeks maybe. The day after I finished it, I was like, man, I got enough to watch. Maybe I'll go back and watch it all again. I was about to go do that, and then I got an alert on my iPad that Netflix just released a new season for NCIS. I was happy. I was like, yo, Netflix got me, man. Yo, Netflix got my back. Netflix knows. Netflix had perfect timing here. I was angry. I was sad. I had nothing left. Then it got me happy again because I had to watch a whole nother season of NCIS, which I binge watched in like a couple of days again. Which wasn't really my smartest idea. Although the good thing about like whole that is that I realize how long a television season is. When you're watching it on Netflix, you never truly realize how long a series is until you see it all in like the course of maybe a month or two. And I mean like that's for like a really long ongoing series. Like there's this sitcom Sirens that I like. I don't know if that's canceled or if that's in a season right now because I haven't seen it for a while on TV. I mean, and I think there's only 3 seasons on Netflix. And then I look at a series that's been going on like forever. Like Family Guy's been going on forever. I think right now in real life they have like their 16th season. I think that's correct. It might be their 15th, but I think they're in their 16th season. And I actually have the Netflix app opened right now on my iPad, and I'm looking at it. They have 20 episodes for season 14. That's as far as they go. That's 5 months. That's 5 months of a new episode, and I never like really realized that until I binge watched a whole season of stuff in like the course of a couple days. I mean, like a whole season, not like a whole series. A whole series it takes me like about 2 weeks for something like Family Guy, but for like one for one thing, it's weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one thinking about stuff like that. I'm the only one thinking about how long a series really goes on for. And I feel like you know it when it's over on some level, because you know that when you've watched the show for years and it finally ends, it's like, you're sad and whatnot, but you realize this show's been on forever. And I've never like really realized how long Family Guy's been on for. Probably because I didn't start watching Family Guy when it came out. I don't know what season I really started on. Uh, maybe around season 6 or so. I don't even know. Because I wasn't really paying attention to it at the time. Um, like I was never like really paying attention to it. But now I'm just like so interested. Because like I said, Family Guy's like one of my favorite shows. And I actually forgot what I was saying like halfway through that whole thing. I was just talking about like how long a season is, and how I just like how I never really realized how long it is. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe you guys can relate to that. Maybe you guys have thought about how long a series goes on for in relative time. Because I know like a lot of people do watch Netflix now, and they binge watch whatever it is they're binge watching for days on end. And I do that too. I'm not even like, it's not about me not doing it. It's just I realize how much I binge watch and what that is in real time. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Maybe it's the only one. Maybe it's just weird to me, and maybe I'm just like the weird guy. I always have been the weird guy. I've always been the outsider. Maybe it's one of those times, but I'm just thinking about it. But anyway, guys, I think that's gonna be it for us. This is um, this is Xavier Blake. This has been a good episode. I had a lot of fun here. This is honestly a little bit rushed. Not be It's just for time reasons, like I said. But I had a lot of fun making this car. And I hope you guys can enjoy it. Like I said, I'm putting this car in a tag team with Jay Bennett. I'll probably have them both debut soon. But yeah, guys. So I hope you guys can enjoy this episode of car creation time with Yester. This is making Xavier Blake. Hope you guys can enjoy it. First attire is like basically an AJ Styles attire because I love AJ Styles. And second attire is like my own thing. I had some fun with it, but it was a little bit rushed because I wanted to make both attires in one episode. In one episode. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys can enjoy the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.